here are a list of issues that my dad have with me as of last night. And just an FYI, my psychiatrist does believe that my dad have bipolar, and I do think he has paranoia. And he also treats women like punching bags, literally and physically. He beats on women. And I've been at his house since the middle of January of this year. So one of the issues he have with me is food upstairs. He said that food is not allowed upstairs, but that rule only applies to me. It does not apply to my 4-year-old, and it does not apply to him. They're allowed to eat food upstairs, just not me, because if I do it, then I'll attract bugs. However, I have been here since the middle of January, and there has not been one bug sighting upstairs. However, he has an ant infestation, which I brought up, and he tried to blame his ant infestation on me, saying that, because mind you, like when we first moved in, I saw the ants. They were there before me. So, and I moved in 2 days. I moved in 2 fucking days. I moved in 2 days. So when he said that I had a bag full of medications and my medications brought ants, and I'm like, that really doesn't make sense, because the only medications that I had were in a bag in my car. Because all my medications can literally fit in a grocery bag, like from Walmart or something. That's how many medications I have. So I'm like, that's not true. And even if that was true, saying that you threw them away, but I have all my medications, make no sense. Like, he lied. He straight lied about it. Okay, whatever. Because my daughter keeps saying that she literally said yesterday that I had a cheeseburger upstairs. I don't eat cheeseburgers. He knows I don't eat cheeseburgers. I don't eat cheeseburgers. My mom knows I don't like cheeseburgers. We're not cheeseburger people. So why would you assume that I had a cheeseburger upstairs? Why would you believe her? And then I was like, well, let me provide proof to you that I have not bought no cheeseburger since I've been here, because I take pictures of my receipt on Fetch, and it shows you everything I bought and when I bought it, and it even shows the time sometimes. So I was like, you can look through it if you want to. That'll be me proving my point. And I also have a camera in my room, because I had like a you know how I made a bucket list? Was it last year or the year before that? I wanted to do something similar for 2025. So I wrote out personal accomplishments and goals for myself that I wanted to achieve this year. He went in my room and then wrote on it stuff about me being a better mother, and that I need to buy my daughter 25 items a month, and da-da-da. Which leads me to another problem. And I told him he was wrong for that. He didn't even apologize for that. Like, that shit literally set me the fuck off. You were wrong. You don't even know what this shit means to me, and you would just go and write some shit on there. It really made me upset. He also has another problem with me because he wrote on a thing that I need to buy my daughter stuff. And because he doesn't know the type of parent I am, because he's not with me and my child 24/7, he assumes that I do nothing for my daughter and everything for myself. So now that I've been taking her out places more often, mind you, I've been off for 6 weeks, so I have the time. When I'm working, I don't necessarily always have the time to take her places. You know, she's winning toys at the places that we're going to. And apparently it's a problem that she has all these toys and all these clothes, when he was the one that said that I'm a bad mother because I'm not buying her anything. Now it's a problem because I'm buying her stuff. He also has a problem with the fact that I leave crumbs everywhere. Rain leaves crumbs everywhere, and I don't clean up after her. Now, I don't vacuum the living room because he likes to vacuum his stuff a certain way, and if I go back behind him, he will literally like threaten me. So I don't even touch that. And if I see something, I'll pick it up. My hearing and my vision aren't the best, so sometimes I'm not seeing stuff. Right? So I pick up what I see, I throw it in the trash. I tell her to pick up anything she can see, she'll throw it in the trash. So we moved from the living room to the kitchen. That's where we eat now. And we'll watch my phone, court shows, because that's what I like to watch. So then like, she'll leave stuff on the floor, like she'll make a mess, and I'll be like, pick up your stuff, and then I'll kind of just walk away, because she knows how to pick up after herself. She knows how to clean up. It's not anything new. So, I see her picking stuff up and throwing it in the trash. So I just, go on by my business. Apparently it's not to his liking. So that's another problem that he has. He also has another problem with the fact that my daughter in the morning, and this typically happens when I work, when I've been working, I've been off for 6 weeks, but it's happened quite a few times because when I started my time off, like, my dad took his car away from me. I needed to figure some stuff out. I was forced to do some things and spend money that I didn't have. So like, I was really, really stressed out for the first 3 weeks of my leave. So yeah, for the last 3 weeks, I want to enjoy myself, go out or whatever. So And typically, like, I'll put her clothes out, and then she'll just, you know, I'll be in my room, she gets ready, I'll be like, go brush your teeth, and then, you know, we kind of just leave. I don't really check her room or nothing like that. Apparently, sometimes she'll leave something on the floor. It's a problem. He thinks that I'm not saying anything to her about it. That's not true. And then he'll turn around and be like, I understand she's not gonna, like, learn it by tomorrow, but, like, you need to correct her. I correct her. She's 4. She's gonna keep doing it. Even myself, sometimes, like, I be throwing shit on the floor and not intentional, and I be like, okay, I'm gonna get it later. You know, it's not a big fucking deal, but apparently it's a big deal to him. And then he lied and said that he threw a whole bunch of her clothes in the dirty clothes. I washed the clothes. I know what I washed, and I know what I hung up. And he didn't throw any dirty clothes. He didn't throw any clothes in the dirty clothes, because everything I washed, she wore last week to school, minus the outfit that she wore on Monday when we were at Alley Cat. And minus the new scrub bottoms I bought when I go back to work next week. So he just fucking lying, creating problems. Oh, her shoes aren't put in the right place. Da 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 da. I'm like, first off, you won't even clear out this. She has 2 rooms. You won't even clear out rooms so she'll have enough space for her stuff, right? And then, you know, she has a lot of shoes. She has lots of clothes, and she has lots of toys, right? I'm buying the shit. So he's like, she's not putting her shoes in the right place. She only has one. She had one place to put her shoes. Now, if she throw them shoes in there, whatever, like maybe once every 2 weeks, I'll go in there and go check the shoes. Sometimes I'll check more. But other than that, she only put her shoes in one place. And then sometimes when I set her clothes out, her shoes will be setting out with her outfit, because it's just easier for me to go ahead and set her clothes out the way that I set my clothes out. So it makes the routine in the morning run a lot faster. Apparently that's a problem too. What else? He'll probably have some more problems for me next week. He said he'll find some more problems, and he's gonna keep poking at me, and he's gonna keep trying to get a reaction out of me. And I told him, I made that very clear. My daughter does not need to see back and forth with me and anybody. I don't like arguing with people. I'm not finna keep doing that with my daughter, because she reacts. She sees that. She thinks that that's how you're supposed to communicate, and that's not an effective way to communicate. The reason why I get so upset, because I feel like this man just, you know, and I'm working on it. I'm fucking working on it. This is why I'm doing my little steps of getting the fuck over these people. But I think at this point, I'm just gonna have to, like, walk past him and ignore him unless he is talking to me correctly. And he'd be like, I ask you to do stuff. I ask you to do stuff. You know, he don't ask me nothing. He tell me with a fucking rude ass attitude, and then get mad when I give back the energy. And I literally said, you thrive off of toxic dysfunction. He said, yes, he does. He throws tantrums. He said, yes, he does. He's 56, and this is how the fuck you act. And then he was like, well, I need to adjust to y'all being here. I'm like, you're not the only person trying to adjust. I am trying to get back into the groove of things. We've only been here for almost about 5 months now. I'm still trying to figure shit out too. You're not the only fucking person. My schedule is all messed up. Rain is being different since we've been here. I am trying to get used to stuff too. But you can't sit and I'm walking on eggshells. And you're constantly going around trying to find problems. I said, you're paranoid. You're creating problems in your head, and because you don't like me, he's like, yeah. I'm like, you're gonna keep creating problems that you have with me, even if I didn't do anything wrong. You are going around mad at me because your mother didn't love you. That's not my problem. And I said that several times. Yeah. And I feel good for what I fucking said. And he even got mad at me because I said that my 4-year-old needs to be in the bed at 8 o'clock. Well, she's not going to be asleep at 8 o'clock. It doesn't fucking matter. She needs to be in the bed at 8 o'clock. She'll typically go to sleep around 9:30, 10. But the later we put, like, if she plays until 9:30 and I'm like, okay, now it's time to get in bed, it's going to take her about 45 minutes to wind down and go to sleep. She not finna play. That's why, and he like, I don't understand. That's pointless. It's not fucking pointless. She needs to be in my bed at 8 o'clock. Sometimes she'll run around, jump around in the bed. Sometimes she'll be rolling and doing weird shit in the bed. But about 30 minutes after she's been in the bed, she lays down, just be quiet and watch TV, unless it's a weekend. So yeah, I'm her mother. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm like, you're not even the custodial parent. You don't even know how this shit works. You don't even know what the amount of work it takes to raise a child every fucking day. He's like, he's like, you said I wasn't there. I said, no, you weren't the custodial parent. You are a half-ass parent. So you don't know the amount of work it goes into raising a child every day. And I sure as fuck don't need your opinion when neither one of your kids fuck with you because you're a sick, twisted bitch. Yeah, I say he was bitching too. 100%. I feel good about it.